Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm out here at Pennhurst State School with my boyfriend at Explore with Sonny. We're super hyped to be here. We're gonna be doing a overnight paranormal investigation, full on 8 hours. Super excited to see what it has in store for us. Without further ado, let's just get right on into it. Found one of the old patient bathrooms in here. Figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a backstory as well. And this place opened November 23rd, 1908. And that makes it about over 100 years old right now. And it ceased operations on December 9th in 1987. So it's been sitting abandoned ever since, over 30 years. And as you can tell, it definitely looks like it. Anyways, let's keep on going. Let's see what else we can find out here. So I just found myself in this closet and found this old patient shoe, which is just crazy. It's like a direct connection to these people, and that's just what makes it feel so surreal. And a ball. All right, I'm just gonna keep on walking around, see what else is tucked in all these little crevices. We're about to head out of this building. I wanna say there's definitely some crazy vibes going on right now. My camera completely shut off twice, wouldn't let me record, so I didn't get as much footage in here as I would like, so hopefully spirits are a little nicer to us in the next building. Okay guys, so we just ended up heading into another building. This is Mayflower right now. We decided to scope out the basement and check out this wheelchair. Because we got so sucked into time at the other building, we had no idea how quickly things passed. We actually didn't really even get to explore much in there. We were pretty stuck in the basement, and I had, like I said, a few camera troubles. So crossing my fingers that things go good in here. I'll keep walking around and let you guys know if I find anything good. Patient bed full of children's toys. Absolutely. So creepy. So this is part of the tunnel system. It does cut off at the end, but this would interconnect buildings, and they have a lot of things left in here, like this old patient gurney. I've been feeling kind of weird in here. I don't know. I came to the end of this hall and I saw this thing, and I just haven't felt quite right since. We made it into some of the patient housing areas. These buildings were kind of built so that there was a lot of smaller patient rooms, so that would house about 2 to 3 patients together. There were a few more rooms where it'd be a little bit bigger, and they would accommodate about 8 to 10 patients all together. And then you also had the general bigger room for exercise, kind of like a day room, probably for some activities as well. All these plastic chairs. Very interesting seeing all of these things left behind. There was a big issue here with overcrowding. Very quickly, over only the first 4 years that it operated, it already swelled past its capacity. And that was because this place kind of became more than just for what were considered the mentally ill or the physically disabled. They slowly started to take in orphans, immigrants, the blind, pretty much anyone who didn't follow the normal way of life. And it became more of a holding cell, more so for keeping people away that society didn't like, which is really very sad. I really do love that they have all these old original beds left behind. It really feels like you really are seeing a piece of history, coming in contact with patient lives in this way. And it was a bit of a self-contained bubble, and it was very true that all the people here helped support a self-sufficient campus. Everyone had their own tasks, from laundry to doing farming to help, produce their own food. It really did feel like everything that needed to be done in Pennhurst could be done at Pennhurst. Some more patient beds right here to keep people from really having to contact that outside world where they had been deemed defective, and that they really weren't welcome back. So when you look at all of this, it's hard to not feel overwhelmingly sad at the thought of that. Just ducked into a patient room for a while. I'm up on the 3rd floor now. I figured I would talk a little bit about the treatments that the patients received here. I'm sure that'll also probably get some activity stirred up. A bunch of other people are conducting paranormal investigations right now, so I'm trying to manage getting around that. Patients here would receive electroshock therapy. They would send electric currents through their brain, and it would cause seizures. And they believed and hoped it would cause a change in brain chemistry to reverse their mental health conditions. Some of these patients also were not the most well behaved, so it was pretty common for them to get their teeth pulled, especially if they were known to be biters. I can only imagine how horrifying that must have been for them. And I do feel it right now. I feel this heaviness here. I'm just feeling extremely out of it. I'm trying my best for you guys to explain everything, but I'm just gonna keep wandering through it and see what else could possibly be in store here. And I guess touching back on what I was talking before, the social mentality around mental health and disability really compared to the period this asylum operated at, it's really changed a lot. A large reason why many of the residents were admitted here was because they were just deemed unfit for citizenship, that people thought that they posed a danger to society. I think I used the word before, defective, that seemed to fit what they believed these people were. And on top of that, it was also known that there were negative perceptions towards normal individuals and feeble-minded, quote-unquote, patients building families together. And that's just kind of crazy to think about that versus our really modern, really accepting world. It just really shows how badly we outcasted and segregated these people. My heart really goes out to these people. While I'm thinking about all these types of treatments that were done and how people were lowly regarded, I did a lot of research and looked into that a little bit further to see that there was a lot of documented cases of patient abuse, physically, mentally, by nurses, by doctors. One doctor in particular, which a lot of people tend to know here as Dr. Fear, Jesse Fear, used and admitted to using punishment as a treatment here, and other really harsh forms of restraint, such as physical hand restraints, were used on patients, and in some ways extremely heavily, to where a woman was restrained for 720 hours out of 1 month, which is nearly nonstop. It just makes you again think and empathize for these people, and the real lack of justice and lack of psychiatric care. We weren't really giving them what they needed here. They were in a holding cell. So I'm gonna keep on walking around. Maybe I'll just give you a little more face-to-face, but let's keep on going around and seeing what else we can find. Hey guys, me and Sonny got settled into this room together. We kind of decided to switch it up a little bit and try and do a spirit box session. So that's where we're at right now. We're just basically me asking questions and seeing if we get any intelligent responses back. And we're also monitoring to see if the electromagnetic field has any different changes going on, and temperature as well. You want to ask some questions?
Let's start off with a simple question. Is there anyone in this room with us? Any spirits, any demons, any energy? If you're here, you can come over to my voice, and you can detect that you're here, or you can talk to us. Is that something that you want to do? Did we see you in here before, and you're hiding away now? Talk to me. What's your name? That's good. Good. My name's Sonny. What's your name? Talk to me. Are you a man?
Sounds like the same voice that came through.
Tell me why you're here. Whoa.
Why does this voice keep sounding the exact same?
Sounds like one guy. I just got a cold blast of air hit me.
Yeah, I feel that too right now.
Is this a place you liked? I did. When were you here? Can you tell me something that happened to you while you were here? That sounded dark.
There's a lot of people in here.
There's a lot. How many spirits are in this room with me?
How many spirits are here with us?
8?
8.
Are there 8 spirits in here? I'm coming.
Hello. How are you? Doing good. Alright guys, so we just finished up our time in this building for now. We'll probably be back a little later in the night. We're gonna go meet back up with the rest of the group and we're gonna head over to a different building, so let's go. So we're heading right down into the tunnels right now. It's gonna get quiet because we're gonna try to not let there be too much echo through the tunnels. So I'm just gonna be filming in complete darkness. Probably trim this down for you guys to the main highlights if anything does go down. And there's a zombie. Very nice. All right, guys, we just headed out of the tunnel. Didn't really film too much in there because it was a lot of like full darkness, quiet time. Now we're headed back over to Mayflower. All right, hey guys, so we decided not to go back to Mayflower. We're back in Devon, actually. When we were here earlier on, we felt like we kind of got sucked into the basement, so we're gonna try our best to explore some of the upper floors a little bit, see if there's anything else cool. I'm just gonna take you guys right on up there. Just found piles and piles of patient mattresses. So I figured to kind of wrap up on some of the history of this place. I forget exactly when this place shut down, but I believe it was in the 70s, or it might have been actually in the 80s. Correction, it was in the mid 80s. That was after a lawsuit was filed and quite a few employees were charged. They had undergone investigations inside this building and noted that patients were living in their own excrement, and it was overall decided that patient rights were being violated, constitutional rights were not being upheld. And about 10 years passed during that time that the investigation was taking place. But then luckily at the end that was deemed the case, that Pennhurst had to shut down, and so it did. And it's pretty crazy that this is all that remains. Tucked into another one of these rooms right here and came across more old patient shoes. Again, this stuff always just kind of makes me feel weird. And you're like, coming across this is a way that we connect with these people. It's getting so late, we're probably approaching like 1 a.m., 1:30. And we're in here all by ourselves, which is wild. Oh, and there goes a bat. Now we came across all these old patient meal trays, their cups right here. It's nuts, plates, old bowls even, it looks like. These would be the carts themselves. This would be what nurses or doctors, whoever was bringing meals to the patients, would deliver them on. I always think these things are really cool. Really anything that's residual left behind from patient life is absolutely fascinating to me. All right guys, so we're pretty set for the night. We're wrapping up here at Devon Hall. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.